Have you opened your electricity bill lately and thought, why is this higher than last year? You're not running more appliances, you're not leaving lights on, yet the number keeps climbing. What if part of the reason has nothing to do with your house at all, and everything to do with artificial intelligence? Right now, massive data centers are being built across America at a speed never seen before. These buildings are packed with specialized computer chips that train and run AI models. A single large AI data center can use as much electricity as tens of thousands of homes. So who's paying for all that power? In many places, ordinary households are starting to feel it on their monthly bills. How did we go from ChatGPT answering questions to data centers competing with entire cities for electricity? Why is the grid struggling to keep up? And could AI actually be one of the biggest new drivers of higher energy costs in your neighborhood? Stay with me because the connection between your electricity bill and artificial intelligence is more direct than most people realize. Welcome to Story Behind the Things, the channel where we uncover the hidden systems, science, and decisions that quietly shape everyday life. If you love understanding the why behind the modern world, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. You're going to want the next ones. Let's start with the basic problem. Artificial intelligence, especially large language models and generative AI, requires enormous amounts of computing power. That computing power lives inside data centers, giant warehouses filled with servers, specialized chips called GPUs, cooling systems, and backup power. Training a single advanced AI model can consume as much electricity as thousands of homes use in a year. But training is only the beginning. Once the model is live, every time someone asks it a question, generates an image, or runs a complex task, more electricity is used. This stage is called inference, and as AI becomes more popular, inference is now the bigger long-term energy consumer. Before the AI boom, data centers already used a noticeable share of electricity. Mostly for cloud storage, streaming, and regular internet services. After late 2022, when generative AI exploded into everyday use, demand accelerated dramatically. Companies began racing to build new facilities, many of them hyperscale data centers designed specifically for AI workloads. These facilities are extremely power-dense. A single advanced server rack can draw as much electricity as dozens of households. Entire campuses under construction are projected to use hundreds of megawatts, the equivalent of a small city. Electricity grids were not designed for this sudden surge. In many regions, especially places like Northern Virginia, parts of the Midwest, the Pacific Northwest, and the South, data centers are clustering. Utilities must upgrade transmission lines, substations, and sometimes build or contract for new generation to meet the demand. Those infrastructure costs are typically recovered through the rates all customers pay. That's how AI can affect your bill, even if you never use ChatGPT. In some areas, the impact is already measurable. Rate cases and capacity auctions have shown higher costs linked to data center growth. Residential customers in certain high-demand regions have seen monthly increases of $10 to $25 or more attributed partly to this new load. Nationally, the effect is still moderate for most people, but projections show data centers could account for a significantly larger share of U.S. electricity demand by 2030, potentially 8–12% or higher depending on the forecast. Interesting facts most people don't know. A single large AI data center can consume as much electricity as 100,000 homes or more. In some capacity markets, data centers have already accounted for a large share of recent cost increases passed to consumers. Training one frontier model can use tens of gigawatt-hours of electricity. Inference, everyday use, is now the bigger long-term energy driver as AI spreads. Some utilities are asking data center developers to pay more of the upgrade costs to protect residential rates. Despite efficiency improvements in chips, total AI-related electricity demand is still rising rapidly because of surging usage. That's the story behind why your electricity bill may be feeling the effects of artificial intelligence, a hidden infrastructure cost that is quietly spreading across the power grid. If you found this useful, make sure you're subscribed to Story Behind the Things. Drop a comment and tell me, what's another hidden system affecting daily life you'd like us to investigate next? Your suggestions are read, acknowledged, and often become future videos. And if you're ready for the next story, hit that next button. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.